Washington's had their struggles. They are 9th.
Well, you and I did the game Monday night, Eastern Washington at Montana, where Eastern Washington came out and hit their first 9 shots of the game, Tony. I don't know that with a game like that. And Montana was playing for a conference championship, and it looked like they were one of those 3. I thought maybe it may be a co-MVP with a couple of them getting it. But Trent McLaughlin, 2 times all first team, all Big Sky. He's just had a terrific career for the Lumberjacks.
Cook with a spinning move.
Cut a hit on the wrist. You won't see him miss one that badly ever unless someone got a hand on it.
Cook goes across the lane. Eastern Washington badly needing a
charge in terms of number of turnovers, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. But a good start for the Eagles. They have been haunted in this 4-game losing streak of getting off to just deplorable starts.
A team that has had to battle through a number of injuries. Plenty of players playing hurt, including Cook. And what a beautiful move by him.
29%. They're very lucky to only be down 4 right now as the Eagles are shooting almost 70%. Make that over. Not going to miss many of them. But Montana that time got off on the weak side, picked up that roll. And as I said, cleaned up that ball screen defense a little bit.
Cook on the fadeaway. Tyler Powell is in the game for Eastern Washington. Great to see him back out there after missing some time. There's a long tube that's up and good. And Cook one-on-one against Cook. And Cook is able to get the stop.
Pretty good defense there by Williams. Williams on Williams. I thought Money Williams, that was assured too. And Mason Williams making the last stand there at the rim.
Andrew Cook against Patterson on the reverse.
13 points. Everyone knew he was going to be a great player here at Montana.
A 6-0 run, a 5-point lead. It is their biggest lead of the night. Andrew Cook fades away against Bridget and hits.
But stuck with it. Eastern Washington wasn't able to recover it. Idaho gets another 2. State.
Eastern has turned it over 3 times in the last 3 minutes, and they haven't scored in the last 3 minutes. Take it back.
Neil Cook matchup. Very similar players.
Cook, the rare 3. Oh, he got it. Andrew Cook is back. And that's nice to get him in some trouble.
Yeah, that's huge.
And now a chance for Eastern to make a push with him off the floor momentarily. Great pass. Cook finishes.
Yeah, great job by Cook finding the glass there.
Attempts at the free throw line. Eastern's only taken 3 free throws.
Yeah, and it's second chance opportunities. That's where they're getting those fouls.
What a dish to Andrew Cook.
And that's great for Cook.
Another takeaway. Cook totally forced that one into traffic. And Nick McLean there to recover. Leads the conference in steals. Andrew Cook finishes.
Yeah, Eastern Washington 4 rush. Saw the shot clock wind down. Was aggressive. He does a great job of just getting into the defender's body, creating space.
Mason Williams almost overshot Elijah Thomas. Luckily, that ball ended up in Sam Stockton's hands. Williams has struggled so much this weekend. Not just today, but on Thursday against Weber. 5 to shoot. Cook has to play hero ball and makes it work.
Yeah,
really not a 3-point shooter. Griffin on the other end, taken away by Stockton. These guys are tired, and they're still running. Cook for 2.
And he's continuing.
So you see the family connection, though, between the two. And another connection between Gonzaga and Eastern Washington. Sam Stockton, who's got the basketball right now. His father, John Stockton, obviously a very well-known figure in the sporting community. Jaron really with ice in his veins. He is 3 of 3 from beyond the arc in this game. Here's Hartman. Pulls up. Andrew Cook with the left hand, and a nice finish there. 5-second violation called on Northern Colorado. They kind of ran into a bit of a brick wall on that play. Bit of a busted play altogether. Eastern Washington with a chance to roll into some momentum here. Already on a 7-0 run. Andrew Cook thought about it, had a look. Now he's going to take a mid-range floater. I think a technical foul isn't going to help from a points perspective. A minute to go, 65 seconds remaining in this first half. Fade away at the buzzer and got it. Only his third shot that was made in this game that wasn't a three. There's Cook. Andrew, spin, step back. Maybe that one's flush. Wisney. Pick and roll. Wisney. The delectable dime. Gets it blocked, though, by Eastern Washington. He had Hawthorne there, but could not get it to go. Andrew Cook now with the left hand. Switching back to the right. Fading away. Good. Here's Mason. Guarded by Dinker. Bit of a height advantage for Mason Williams, but Dinker with the great defense and the foul. Wisney having himself a good second half. Here's Thomas now with the basketball. Cook, pull-up jumper. Good for Andrew Cook.
It was an awkward move.
Eastern trying to cut into the lead even more. Inside. Drive and one, Andrew Cook. Read it, went the other way. Now here's JoJo Anderson. Anderson back to Mims, but the pass wayward and a turnover. Now here's Cook. Under the basket, scores plus the foul, and Brickner picks. Vandals have led it the whole way. Eastern down 5. Again, 2 seconds difference between shot clock and game clock. There's 18 on the shot clock. Here's McLean. Now to Marquardt. Andrew Cook. Drives. Cook. Mid-range on the way. He's good. 5 seconds left. Still time.
Idaho's go-to guy. He facilitates, makes the extra play, plays defense.
Jack Payne tried to back his man down. Wasn't able to connect on the shot. Andrew Cook in and out. Hesitation. Goes up. Savvy move by Cook. Playing with 3 fouls. As is Tyler Linhart, who's off the bench for Idaho, who's out there now. Leads out to 9. Mason Williams turned away. Oh, finds Cook on a beautiful roll to the basket. At 4 points. Jack Payne trying to back down Tyler Powell. Goes up, can't score it, and Williams the rebound. Williams goes baseline to a cutting Cook. Goes up and through contact, scores. No foul. Great play again by Williams. Second time he's knocked one loose.
Just a lot of dribbling by Gonzalez last couple possessions.
Andrew Cook on the inside. Picks up his dribble, has to pass it off. Here's Powell now in the corner. It's Williams. Williams drives baseline, finds Cook, and he got it. As he misses the free throw. Eastern could tie it with a 3. Cook, mid-range. Got it! 1-point game! Oh, Brickner kicks it out. Maruss for 3. Long, and McLean the rebound. They could tie or take the lead. Cook to slam!
Portland State, Eastern Washington, you got to take care of the ball.
Portland State feels like one good sequence of 2 minutes, and they could pull ahead in this game and not look back. They're right there. Stockton for Powell. He's been aggressive the last couple of minutes.
Trying to figure out what Eastern Washington's trying to accomplish here. They've dribbled around the last 2 possessions.
Time to shoot. Cook spinning, shooting, finally got it. And off we go from Cheney. This Eastern Washington offense, pretty run-of-the-mill around the league this year, but that's tough because, Mark, the last couple of years they were elite on the offensive end.
Yeah, it's a different team. You know, it's a team that plays better when they move the ball, and again, a good screen by Holt there, and Nunn just did a good job keeping Stockton on his backside. And I think Stockton thought he was going to throw it to Holt, but he took the shot himself.
So Williams running some point now. Cook has an angle, steps back, and got it.
That is his
defensive end all game. Ricketts all the way. Oh, almost a circus shot. And Eastern a chance to cut it closer now. Cook, what a move, all the way for Andrew. Sac State has the Eagles out of position. So Holt goes all the way, but no foul. Stockton up to Williams, pushing his teammates, waving his hand, but he'll give it up for Cook, who goes all the way. Nice move.
Yeah.
Got it, no foul.
That was a big finish right there. Went through the contact of the block and able to get it up. Big bucket by Wilson.
Williams, nice leave off for Andrew Cook. Marquardt, height advantage for Cook. Absorbs it, second chance, and he got it.
Yeah, which is also why you don't trust me.
That has a lot to do with it as well.
Yeah. Mason Williams on the baseline. Trying to figure out which one do you hate more, my former officiating career or my Cubs fandom. And I've never been able to figure out which
They're
one.
about sixes, depending on the day, to be honest with you. Boy, they're doing a good job on Mason Williams. He catches the ball. They're really squaring him up.
Cook on the fade, and Burris on the fadeaway. Couldn't get the bounce. Nigel Burris, a guy that you wanted to see even more active offensively. Cook rumbles in the lane, takes under 2 a game, but he's been dynamic from out there.
Nigel Burris, his first basket. He's got 5 rebounds already to go along with that made 3. That time the Eagles were in a 1-3-1, Tony. So in the first 10 minutes, the Eagles have shown 3 different defenses, a 2-3, a 1-3-1, and man-to-man. Dan obviously listening to his dad's advice yesterday and playing quite a bit of zone here.
Cook on the fadeaway with 5. Fuller with a head fake. 7-point difference here, the largest lead for any team. Great defense. Stockton, it leads to a takeaway. Onto the right side, Cook. Looking back to Powell. And eventually to Cook as Weber State gets back on defense. Eastern Washington with the mo. Cook turns around and gives his team a 9.
And subs and bench calling out the defense they're in. Said in the first half, Eastern's played 3 different defenses, 2 zones and man-to-man. And I got to think that's done a little bit of keeping Weber State off balance offensively.
Boy, it is quiet in here this afternoon. And the Eagles have been a big reason why. Hartman going up against Vartiainen. Eastern Washington trying to stack on top of their momentum here with this 9-point lead. Cook from the baseline hits it. On the road this year, they have lost 5 in a row. They've had some frustrating stretches. They're playing hard and playing together this afternoon, in control for so much of this second half. Cook and the foul when you're trying to learn how to finish games.
It is. Now, Weber State, like I said, needs to mount something offensively here and then start getting some consistent stops. That last defensive possession where Cook just took Blaze Street off the dribble is not going to work.
Cook now with 20. Hennig quickly to Vartiainen to the corner. Dyson Kohler for 3. And the Weber State Wildcats with a tough shooting day at 22% from the field.
Kohler now 1 of 5 from the 3-point line. Remember, he hit his first one. We thought that may be his night. It's like ×2 in any league, and you go on the road and win. and that does so much for your confidence.
Williams leaves it off for Cook, and a
Bengals really had an opportunity to grab that rebound. They had three guys around it, and they fought each other and knocked the ball loose.
A.J. Bergen is checked back in. He'll defend Andrew Cook, who puts up a tough 12-foot follow-away. While he took his time, Evan Otten caught up and swatted it away. And here is A.J. Bergen for three. That's not good. Cook on the run. Andrew Cook wide open all the way to the glass, scoop and score. America Credit Union three-pointer, and it's a big run for Idaho State of 7-0.
A.J. has really given the Bengals a lift off of the bench here in the second half.
Bengals by 8, 6 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Driving underneath, and the shot good, as that was going to be
a finish at 6-1. Dylan Darling.
25 points for Darling tonight, just 3 off his career high of 28. Here's Marquardt underneath. Andrew Cook puts up the shot, gets it. A.J. Bergen's going to get tagged with a foul.
Reynolds, great give. Shields, no. And Marquardt the rebound. He went on such a hot scoring streak, Emmett Marquardt. A little more quiet recently as Cook has a highlight on the other end.
You can't stand and watch your guy get a rebound, and Hawthorne's been doing it all day. He just hit a three, now just staying with it. And that's 19 for him.
Down to a 2-point game now. Northern Colorado has kept it awfully close, with the exception of the first 10 minutes. Williams couldn't find anyone off to spin. Now he's got Cook. Cook. Oh, let him cook. And that's strangely good for Eastern as he hits both. They're going to be feeding him the rest of the way, Mark.
Yeah, they're going to continue to get the ball inside to him until somebody can stop him.
Sam Stockton's gotten a lot more playing time than usual at the point today for Eastern, and it's been pretty. His passing has been excellent. Williams keeps the dribble.
Yeah, if you're Eastern, you got to keep moving. Don't stand.
Stockton, 5 to shoot. Looking to pass. He's got Cook, who finishes.
And that is a great... Yeah, and he scored the last couple possessions, so with him going out, we'll see what happens.
They left Dinker wide open, and they got lucky that didn't go down. Northern Colorado, 18% from the three-point line today. Great pass to Andrew Cook.
Working down low, off the glass, off the mark. Try again. Camposano not able to get it. Here comes Andrew Cook. Tyler Powell also in the game for Eastern Washington.
Yeah, Eastern Washington's done a good job when they move the ball. They've gotten good looks.
Cook working his way around fairway and drops in.
Three-point line, just another turnover by Eastern leads to an easy shot for NAU, who's going to a matchup zone here.
So Northern Arizona had missed the prior 4, putting some points on the board as the Lumberjacks back in the lead. Shot clock at 8. McLean, Powell, Cook. Shot from the baseline, and Cook. Floor for Eastern Washington is Winkle. The reverse doesn't drop, but Cook gets the lucky bounce as Eastern Washington gets the ball right back. Cook on the ground finds the ball right in front of him. Try number 2, and that time he gets the finish.
Yeah, the Lumberjacks are shooting well, and if they can just catch and get a free look, they're going to do that, and they're knocking them down.
Andrew Cook working his way to us. Carson Tout sitting at 4 personals. Just over 3 minutes left to go. Cook with a little bit of room.
Little 4-0 run here of their own. And that'll end that. Great pass.
Doesn't have to look good, though, as long as it goes in.
I live that motto every day.
Good move, wow.
Nice move inside the hoop, the harm, and Cook.
Yeah, because it said he played there in the 2022-2023 season. Nothing for the 23-2024 season.
Mullins tries to keep it alive. Full court pass up to Cook, and he's up and good. Delighted to see that as Lekalot's three-pointer from the corner is just short. Here come the Eagles, trying to tie it back up.
You can hear Dan Munson screaming at his team, go, get it up the floor. Wants them to get in their offense early.
Walker almost with the steal. But everybody on the floor leaves McLean wide open, doesn't take it, and down low, flashing through the lane is away. Floaters up and good. Beautiful move there by Zebra. That's a tough shot.
That was a really tough shot. Shot clock winding down, didn't panic. Came to a jump stop. Defenders fly by, hits a nice fadeaway jumper.
Williams. Bobcats really selling out on D on that three-pointer. Is opening up Eastern as well. Turnaround of himself by Cook to see.
So now the momentum has really shifted, and this game's really in the Cats' favor. 8-point lead. Crowd's getting into it.
13-0 run now for Montana State. Williams cut off by Miller, trying to get the steal. 5 to shoot, tough shot. Up and good by Cook. Lecolot, little fadeaway, that one doesn't fall. Rebounded by McLean. Quick shot inside is up and good, and you'll before tonight. Mullins left open, he can't answer. Ogwang Polo almost tips it away. Cook will drive down the line, up and under, and that's exactly what you don't want. Is it?
He's tried the back door to Payne, cut off though. All on the floor, and the Eagles come away with it. Zonke pushing the pace to Cook, who's not scored yet in this game, the Eagles' leading scorer. To the hoop he goes, and there it is.
Characteristic of him.
He's now 1 for 6 so far in the ballgame, a guy who's over 50% from the field regularly. Long two this time for him, and maybe that'll get him going. Morris trying to set up Zonke. Falls away, Mims got a tip on him, but it's Cook with the board. Cook so far in this one was 6 points, and make it 8 with the lefty lay-in.
Can do. He has a quick trigger, and if you don't find him in transition, he's going to let that thing fly.
Second three of the game for Chris Gonzalez. Up to 8 points now. And so far, Idaho has seemingly had the answer for about every bucket or mini run that Eastern has had. So a long way to go, though. Cook to the hoop. And the foul. Well, out to the top, make it a 3. Left wing. Zonke off. And an O board for Eastern Washington. Marquardt grabbing it. And finding Andrew Cook. Looking to get going now in the second half. Fall away. Got it.
Yeah,
able to get away from it in time. Anderson lost it going up. And the Eagles come away with it. McLean looking up floor. Great pass to Cook. Nick McLean, seconds left. Eastern needs a miracle. Zonke, fall away 3-0. Cook gets to it. Quick two to the left side.
Cook running the floor, loves to do it. Cook drives, goes up and scores. A scoring drought now of close to 3 minutes. Eags just 1 of 8 on their last few shots.
And they've been able to score by setting screens, slipping it, not standing still.
Sam Stockton also in the game for Eastern, snuck in. Cook drives. That's what you need to do when you can't experience the amount of time so many of these guys have played together. Obviously, the name of the game in college basketball now is supplementing your roster. But when you have a core like that, man.
Yeah, it's rare in today's college basketball to have guys that have stuck around for that long.
And to retain those players through a coaching change. Obviously, Danny Sprinkle was here at Montana State before taking the job at Washington. Here's Cook, pull up. Oh, that's a beautiful one dribble pull up. Now the difference is they're falling.
They're falling. We talked about who's going to be the team that's going to, bring that energy and start filling the basket at this start of the second half, and Montana State has definitely started that.
Nick McLean guarded by Jade Mullins. McLean drives, gives it off. Marquardt thought about a three. Instead gives it off to Andrew Cook with 5 remaining on the shot clock. Cook trying to drive on Walker, gets a little bit of separation and scores. Eags needed.
Bang, bang plays as you're driving to the hoop. That's going to happen every once in a while.
The most important thing is that is the 5th team foul on Montana State in this half. They only have 1 more to give before Eastern Washington shooting. Andrew Cook going to work in the paint, turns around, coming his threes. Spin in the lane, Garacki lost it. Eastern Washington out and running, down by 3. Cook drives, goes up, scores!
On it.
All right, it was a block, not a shooting foul as we welcome you back. So Sam Stockton to inbound for Eastern, and Cook outside. Notable, he did not take the 3. He'll drive for 2 and hit.
But shots down low, even though he has 3 fouls, he changed 2 of the shots already. That's in the second half.
Williams tipped by Moore and a putback from him.
Williams just kicked his own foot there. That's what tripped him up going out of bounds.
They'll give him a new 30. Williams already 19 points. Down to Cook. What a great pass from Marquardt. Ball as Williams gets it right back. Another lead change. How can McLean hold on to the ball more effectively?
Just slow down. I mean, that's what you got to do. You got to slow down, take your time. He's so good in transition. I understand it.
Cook, one more. He's from 3 and he gets the roll. Eastern cannot crack that nut. Montana keeps pulling away.
A big shot by Patterson there. Might have touched every part of the rim, but it went in. Shooter's touch there. And if you're Eastern, you can't be lazy with the ball. Montana's shooting for it.
Hartman for Cook. He's done it all. And a few late points to go with it.
Yeah, good read right there. But Hawkins just wasn't able to finish the dunk. And I thought for a second he might be able to get his rebound because Eastern Washington wasn't hustling back.
And the only one back was Hartman. Cook from straight downtown. Rogers around the hoop and out. Falls into the hands of Cook.
Yeah, he's already hit one. That was a good look for Rogers again, and a good take by Cook.
Able to keep him out of the bucket, but Doman unable to get it to go either. Here comes Cook, coast to coast, and Cook gets it.
A lot of good players that come through there.
Yeah, Allison, a 6'8" freshman. So a 2 freshman. Seal. Zuba. Stockton. Out to Thomas. Cook forcing his way to the hoop and gets.
Fun way to start this game. A lot of pace. Balla lost it in traffic. And Powell up to Cook. Nice move in.
Yeah. And it was at home, which is that hurts. You always got to protect home court advantage.
Andrew Cook up and under for 2. He'd been quiet. 3, you bet.
That's his 3rd 3.
He doesn't need much space.
No, he's looking at, even when he doesn't have space, that step back he got early on was nice.
Andrew Cook in Rubin, give it up. He dribbled it off Marquardt's arm. Andrew Cook up and under for 2.
Guards and move the ball on the offensive end.
5 to shoot again, gave it up. It's Cook. To the corner. Taken away by Cook. Another turnover. Another highlight. Juked him out of his shoes.
Yeah, positioning, he kicked it out. I'd like to see him just continue to work on those moves as being a freshman.
Excellent elevation and getting a little space there from Kalajaye, but short. Cook to the 10. Yes. Good. Middle bottom of your screen. This is not the game for that to happen. They've got to get him out of here. Still manages to pull that in against Bala. Now Cook on Ross. 10 to shoot. Cook takes it all the way. Guy. The good news is that today, Mark, they got their offense rolling again. 4 players in double digits so far.
Yeah, and when you talk about the Big Sky game, especially Montana, it's about getting stops and playing good defense, and then also being able to score. So if they can get their rotations right.
He had a wetter too. I heard he could really shoot the 3-ball when he back in the day when he played college basketball. Heard that from some guys on his coaching staff. Yeah, you know, because he wouldn't tell me that. They did.
Well, all time as a coach against Eastern Washington, he's just 2-2, but dominated them as a player back in the day. Andrew Cook knocks down a step back from the Montana.
I asked him who his favorite player was, you know, like all time. He said he didn't have one. Didn't really try to pattern his game behind anybody. He just said he just loves to play. That's interesting.
He's doing his thing. Washington turns it over. Here is Cook. Had a half a step. He was open. Picking up the last couple of games.
He is just what the doctor ordered. Yak him again from Mason.
He was
Danny Sprinkle's happy about that.
He was Washington's best player against USC. Coach Sprinkle said he was kind of the only guy that showed up against USC, quite frankly. And he has been really good again today. 18 points as Cook takes it strong.
He's been quiet, AJ. From 3, fantastic.
Coach Sprinkle was venting at his press conference this week that there have been times when he doesn't really know who to draw the play up for because nobody's been making a shot.
Well, he knows who to draw it up for tonight.
Right now, that has changed. He's drawing them up for Makai Mason. Spinning in, Cook against Mason, draws the foul. And you have mentioned, it's to prove they can go in and keep the defense honest.
Well, if everybody steps up and play the way that they would, play the way they're capable of playing, the way Danny Sprinkle thought they would play coming into the season, I think they're going to be okay. Kyle Mason, as I mentioned, came in.
Less NIL assets, of course. Butler contested 3.
He's strong on that one right there. Coach Sprinkle, as he promises, giving him an opportunity though to show what he can do.
Cook on the attack, and a blocking foul is called, and a long
post as well.
Cuts it to 15, and Cook takes it, cuts it to 13.
Yeah,
defense, and good job by North Dakota rotating.
Here's McLean working on Thomas. 5 to shoot. Got to put it up. Cook hits it. Eagles 3 for 3 from downtown in the last 4 minutes. Under 4 to play in the first half. McLean to Cook. Cook will take it, step back, and deliver. Andrew Cook puts it back in the lead.
GU.
Nick McLean to inbound for Eastern, who has 3 fouls, so they're trying to cut into the lead. They'll try it with Cook, and he did it. Tie game again.
Size before it was on Powell, now it's on McLean. Just getting to a spot, turning over his left shoulder, able to finish down low.
Down low to Cook. He has space. He'll go up and get it.
Yeah, good cross screen action, rotating the ball almost. It's in the finish. 6:38 left.
McLean back on, and that's important for them. Another double-digit score tonight. 15 points. Marquardt. Down low. Cook spins, hits it.
Yeah, just a great flex screen. Rebound there. Eastern had been boarding great off the free throw line there, but it was able to get that rebound.
Stockton. To Marquardt.
Eastern Washington just trying to get into something right here to create a shot for Cook.
Cook, 5 to shoot, drives, and gets it.
Yeah, just great.
Another opportunity for the running Utes. Here's Little, and that was broken up by McLean. Potential run out for Cook. And against Little, he lays it up and in. And
who does that gets away with it?
Zach Keller will come on for Lovering.
Zach Keller and Levering both playing in their first game last week. Zach Keller, the coaching staff has told me he is the most physical of the post players they have. They have missed his presence in a big way here in the early part of the season.
Here's a three-point push, and that one is knocked down. 32 points they've given up here in the first half, the most they've allowed in the opening 20 minutes of the game thus far.
Drew, pretty cleanly played game. Eastern Washington only 3 turnovers, and the running Utes with 4. Both teams coming off games where they only made 10 turnovers apiece, which is pretty acceptable, I think, by about any coach. If you go 10 or less, that's getting it done handling the ball.
Hey, that was a job.
Utah before that one only 55% from the free throw line, 16 of 29. As I said, as many other great things they've done this year, they've not shot it well all year from the free throw line, under 70%. Really good individual defense there by Mason.
Yeah, and Utah's done a much better job extending their defense, Joe, out to three-point range. 2 to get a shot off. It's kind of a force. That's going to count. And when you look at Utah, you say, okay, you know, who's going to partner night to night, and it could be different guys each night, but Lawson Lovering is going to be more of an impact on the offensive end than at any point in his career, it looks like.
Well, he only had 4 double-digit games. All of Ties his season high have made threes. He's now 4 of 5 from the three-point line. Off of kind of that scramble there, Lawson Lovering got out and got a hand, made it a little contested, but the ball just kind of bounced to him on that.
That goes down, and it does. It's Utah ladies.
What a great win for them.
That's a huge win. And a stick back underneath. Yeah, Little misses from three-point range. Eastern Washington get it to 4, maybe 3. Here's Cook against Erickson. A little bit of a size advantage for Cook, trying to take advantage, and he does so. Boy, he is
balance and took it into the hoop.
UCSB 5 for 5 from the floor, and the thing I know you'll like, 5 assists on 5 made buckets. Right. The challenge and a strong finish by
a successful free throw and a bad pass.
And Nick McLean tracks it down. Eastern Washington with the ball. Andrew Cook into the key, and he throws up a scoop, cutting across a steal and racing up the floor. Fontenette attacks. Left the layup short, and the rebound Pablo Zuba, as Fontenette had a great look.
Can't believe he missed that one.
The fadeaway in the key from Andrew Cook. Deuce Turner, tough shot, well challenged. And the rebound grabbed by the Eagles. A long outlet behind the defense, and the lay-in, Andrew Cook beats. Marquardt's having a big game. 14 points, 8 rebounds. And the opportunity with Sebastian Hartman, who's the starting big, out. Marquardt making the most of it, the redshirt freshman tonight.
He sure is. He's playing very, very well. There's where Cook likes to get the ball down in there deep.
And using his body to seal, Jason.
No other Eagle has more than 3 points, and the leading scorer, Cook, has not even had a field goal in this game.
No, CBU's done a great job on Cook in shutting him down on the first half. We'll see if that continues. And again, Pep, the first 2 minutes of the second half will really tell us a lot here of how the rest of the game is going to go.
There's Cook going right to work. The drive and the kick out to Powell. He'll drive inside, the drive and the dish to Cook, and we just said he didn't have his...
Boy.
And he hits the free throw, 71-56 now, so that lead, let me do some math, what is 15 right now for the Lancers.
Good job by the Lancers at extending that thing again. Big stop.
Cook along the baseline, the reverse is good, and the foul for
Aim early on here at the Spokane Arena. Checking into the game for the first time, that's Pablo Zuba, who came in, had the ball for a moment. This is now Tyler Powell with it. A couple of jab fakes on Eric Strupp. Now over to Stockton. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Zuba kicks it out. Cook drives. Andrew Cook around Coward, goes up and finishes. And you talk electric player at Lapwai High School. Originally hails from Winchester, Idaho, the 2024 Gatorade Idaho Player of the Year. He broke the all-time Idaho boys high school scoring record in his senior season. Back cut. Andrew Cook with the slam!
Just the athletic ability from McLean is really spectacular.
Eastern Washington coming into this game 1-3 on the season. Cook spins. Oh, what a finish there by Andrew.
Balance, and so was the defender, and a little body contact there gets the foul call.
So now Eric Strupp with 3, Okafor and Price with 4 each. Oh, look at the active defense there by Calmise. Not able to come away with the steal, but just gets Sam Stockton a bit off his spot. The veteran from LCSC transferred to Eastern Washington, able to retain it here. Cook on the inside, spins, puts it up over Eric Strupp and scores. Baseline jumper is good.
Just the smoothness of the, to be able to create that shot, uses his size, his length, stops on a dime, raises up high release.
Boy, he's a fun player to watch. And so is Andrew Cook as he drives. I know exactly what you were getting with the guys that came from Eastern Washington, but they seem to have played really well. And there's an and one bucket there by Andrew Cook. Calmise navigates the defense, tries to put it up, can't get it to go. Rebound by McLean. Under 90 seconds to play now. Baseline, Cook tries to go around. Eric Strupp and is able to score. New career high for Isaiah Watts. Congratulations, 21, best his previous mark of 20. As he is able to hit on both those free throws. Andrew Cook with just
not a lot of scoring early on, Mark. Both these teams are finding their sea legs.
Yeah, and some costly turnovers early for both teams.
On the other end, Andrew Cook.
We play every game. It's nothing's a guarantee, and you got to step up. And right now, the leading scorers for Eastern, their guards, haven't been able to put in that work yet.
Cal Poly's on an 11-1 run. C schools, but if you can beat the big guys that UC schools have, you're going to do it by shooting and passing, and that's what they do.
Yes. And you saw last possession, Cook able to score, Cook gets going again. And this is something he's...
15 from McLean to win usually now, right?
Yeah, but a 10-point game now with, 3 minutes left, a turnover.
That might not be dead yet.
Yep.
Cook on the move, up and under, 2.
Pull-up goes down. Pretty shot there from Boateng, off balance too. Shot fake, one dribble pull-up. Good ball movement there from Missouri, moving the ball both sides of the floor, getting a good shot.
The start looked really good the first few minutes. Only played 8.5 minutes against Howard, but looked good when he was out there. Here's Cook driving, gets to the bucket.
That can't happen. played how they wanted it so badly for their head coach. It just speaks to the impact that he made on those players.
Eagles got a timeout call in before the 5-second call, so they've retained the possession and knocked down a three. It's Cook's first, the son of the Hall of Famer John Stockton guarding him. What an aggressive move to the basket, but Mark Mitchell couldn't get it to fall.
See his athleticism, but just didn't finish. Too much standing right now for Missouri on offense. They're moving the ball around the perimeter, but they're not getting the ball to the paint.
That's the opposite of the plus 22 they were in the paint on Friday. What a look there at Cook with the finish. An absolute dime. Dial it back a little.
Dial it back a little bit once they get out there.
About 80 in a 70.
That's right.
We can get away with that unless we're in Callaway County. Nice look to Cook, and he finishes.
Nice look.
Yes, he is.
Still don't think he's hit the rim, but that's just a pretty stroke. So quick, too. Great bounce pass by Warwick to beat the zone as well.
Cook the other way. Got it, and the foul.
Really well. It's continuing to kind of trust that offense. If they can, try to continue to attack and then spray the ball out. Make Missouri rotate. That's what got them some good offense in the first half, was spraying that ball around, moving the ball, skip passes, really forcing Missouri to rotate in their defensive coverages.
Grill guarding Cook. Those are two guys with a high motor. Cook hits the fadeaway.
But he's so important for the team on defense and on offense with his athleticism and size.
Telegraph that one. Cook the steal and the slam.
Play the three at some point as well. He's probably going to be best suited at the 4 and 5. But his ability to catch, attack, and his ability to go both directions is who's Missouri's go-to guy going to be. We talk about that a lot. It might be Mark Mitchell when it's all said and done, once we start getting to the bulk of the season.
Two on each other again. Robinson and McLean. Good cut by Cook, and he finishes.
And you hit a three-point shot like that to cut it back to 10. Now a turnover.
And now the steal by Cook, coast to coast. And after Missouri's free throw shooter. That's surprising. Chance now for Eastern Washington to continue the run. They're back with an 8. Make it 6.
Out Grill. The shooters have to do their work early, and great shooters know when the ball's coming to him. He gets his feet underneath him before he even catches the ball. Shot ready, buries a three that's contested.
Great Cook, cut, and bucket.
Down the lane, Maldonado.
Nice
no
block.
foul, second chance, no. Ball's bouncing around, and Andrew Cook corrals at the transfer from Carroll College. One of these double-digit new faces on this team, and he gets to the rim.
Way to finish that thing strong and soft off the backboard.
So not Stockton running the point here. That's Mason Williams, who stayed in after that first break, is one of the few holdovers from last year's team. Down low, Andrew Cook stayed in the game and gets the easy 2 as well.
Here we are in Cheney, Washington.
Arrington down the lane, left it off for Huron Dan, who's into the game. Cook on the other end. Let him cook, that's 2.
The rebound, pushed himself, looked like he was directing traffic. He just was unable to connect on the shot.
Another strong rebound by McLean. Pretty impressive in a secondary way, rebounding against Colorado on Monday. Cook almost jerks the hand out of his shoulder socket trying to get McLean to move, but that's the thing with new teammates. You got to learn to communicate.
That's right. Sometimes you got to make those gestures.
Cook, 2. Good one. So Andrew Cook has a tissue in his nose right now. Clearly he got bumped around down there, but it's nice to see he's still on the floor. And that's not going to stop him from getting 2 points.
Great move.
I know he was gone for the last 20 years, but truly to him and to everyone else around the Spokane basketball community, he's always been home here as Andrew Cook goes up for 2. No, we don't. Up ahead, Hartman leaves it off for Cook again for 2. Oh, that's a good one, we thought. 66-62 our score. Eastern still on top of Seattle as Cook takes it away. 1-on-1. The transfer for 2.
He down the shot.
Took him 37 minutes, but better late than never. Ponja through traffic and he gave it up. Cook has it in transition for Eastern. Recovers, and now they'll slow it down. That's the right thing to do.
Absolutely it is. And you notice Cook, he doesn't just score the ball, he's a great defender as well on the other end.
Eastern turned that quickly into an 8-point lead off the hand of McLean. 5 to shoot on the clock. Cook, he'll go through the lane. He got it. Eastern breaks.
Akamowski basically bounced off Andre's foot.
That's what you call a hurry-up turnover right there.
Yeah,
careless. Your time, right? Just relax. Be fast, but don't hurry. I think as John Wooden used to say. Eagles by 14. Cook in the paint against Deck. He got up under that long arm. Right side reverse layup. Trevor Baskin getting down court quickly and showing his athleticism once again.
And again, nice finish with the offhand there as he went to the other side.
Baskin has got 10 points now. There's a bucket inside.
Well, we were wondering a little bit as Eastern Washington still had the lead with about 10 minutes left, but man, they really turned it around.
Stockton waning seconds of the ball game. Kick out right side, fading 16-foot jumper from the short corner.